Hello, welcome to another episode of Gotta Start Somewhere. Today we are going to talk about how I got wrecked in a online tournament that happened yesterday. It is called a Alpensee Tour Regulation F. It was giving Procopia first place. I knew I wasn't ready, but I was like, hey, what the hell? If I win, sure. But damn, this is a heart flutter, right? And I ended up getting my ass beat. And today we are going to talk about how I got my ass beat. So as always, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, comment. Anything helps out a big ton for me. I'm also apologize for my voice. I feel like I'm coming down with something. My voice feels very weird, and it's not the greatest. So I ended up doing 0-3. So I lost 6 games in a row. We're going to go over how I did that, and I would say I was a little bit unlucky now that I'm looking at the standings, because I can see that the people that I met have 56% win rate, which, except for this person right here, I am one of the most unluckiest one, except for like this guy right here. I ended up losing to this guy who did 21st, Viv, so he did pretty well for himself. And trying to see if anything else. Oh, okay, this guy was also there, but I didn't fight him. If I'm just trying to see if there is anyone that I recognize, in terms of then there's like Busha, 2-3 drop. I did fight against him. I don't know. Right. It was really weird fighting against Hard Trick Room team. I guess he really prepped for the balanced matchup. Oh, he ended up winning, so I feel bad for him. He did really well for himself. Um, to meet the winner at first match is pretty tough. And then the third, I forgot who I fought. Maybe I can go to history. I fought against. Huh? Let's show me. Yeah, Mental Bomb, who did 4-3, 2-3 drop, and 5-3. Sure, I mean, there are a lot of people who did a lot better than him, but I feel like I did really bad. But let's just see. I just need something to console myself. It'd be like, oh, those are the opponents who did well, and I knew I was not ready. That I knew for sure. I didn't have. I knew I was doing some best of ones a lot. My best of one ranking is currently not ranking. Rating is currently 1433, but my best of three, I feel like I need a lot of practice. It feels very different. I had one match that I won against the best of three. I lost this one. I ended up winning for some reason. I won this one and then he left, and I won this one, but it's low ranking. And then I've been doing some best of ones to do that. This weekend I'm just gonna go all out. Probably just try to do better with the team until champions come out. I know that I have been sidetracked with a lot of other content, but this tournament was a really good wake up call for me to be like, hey, maybe I just gotta buckle down and do stuff. So let's get the first game. This is against Viv. Viv Derene. So the enemy is running a gouging fire King Gambit team. I realized that I have been playing really bad against gouging fire teams in general. I do need a lot of matchup practice over it. I have like a terrible record against gouging fire. Like matchup stats, if you look at that, see, I highest attendance, I beat only 1 out of 5 games, and I'm really bad against trick room teams in general. So I really just gotta up or down and try to figure out how I can win against that. Definitely, it will come with more practice. Just need to figure out what I need to be doing, what I need to bring. Maybe if I look at EUIC a little bit, because this is almost a 1-to-1, except for some EVs with Paul Chua team. That maybe watching that can be somewhat helpful for me as well. So in game one, so let's see. So this one, anything worth noting is that it booster energy is pretty standard. Metal plate Rillaboom without it has taunt, but it doesn't have any high horsepowers or U-turn or anything like that. King Gambit, Flutter, Specs Flutter, and Ogerpon Wellspring, and Lando M. So I started with Fluttermane and Ogerpon. First, I thought I was going to cover the King Gambit, and also that covers for the King Gambit. Flutter, I was trying to hit Gouging Fire with the Flutter. Ogerpon was supposed to hit Fluttermane. It was supposed to hit Rillaboom. Supposed to hit King Gambit, and also Fluttermane was supposed to hit with Lando. And then I think I had something to protect against Ogerpon. I think I ended up bringing Raging Bolt. No, I didn't. I brought Rillaboom to counter against the Ogerpon, and also I had Ursh in the back for King Gambit. I think I was really just scared of King Gambit for some reason, because maybe my previous experience with best of 3, I did really bad against King Gambit and then got, sliced. And then looking at this, I ended up the Icy Wind, make him slow down so Ogerpon can go a little faster. Ivy Cudgel on Fluttermane actually did not kill, so I made a note here. FM and Flame would brought to cover for most except Wellspring. And Ursh for Gouging Fire and King Gambit matchup. And then I was like, if I turn 1, if I fire Terra pawn, I would have killed Fluttermane. So this is a bulky Specs Flutter that I have realized. That's why I was trying to do that next game. So I ended up doing that. And then getting Power Gem actually ended up killing me, so I lost the Ogre probably too early when it was supposed to really hit against the real that. So trying to Aqua Jet, got water absorbed. This only did about 43%. And now, yeah, so I brought the Rillaboom. Sorry. So now that I'm realizing, turn 3, I shouldn't have Protective Fluttermane. It is still the fastest mod that I have, so I should have just went for hitting Gouging Fire with it. I wouldn't have killed it, but I could. If I get rid of Gouging Fire, I could come back in with the Aqua Jet, and I could Wood Hammer this location. Maybe it's a little bit iffy to Wood Hammer that location. Could have close combat, just to whittle it down. Well, yes. turn 3, since I am faster, I should have focused on gouging fire for kill. Especially now that it is +1 and I don't have any intimidate. And if I did that, I would kill the gouging fire. I would have lost the flutter main. First, I wouldn't have tried to lose the ogre pawn, right? So I fired Terra, killed it, and then flutter main will die, will have died in the back, ogre pawn will come out, will kill the gouging fire, and then I will force the 2v3-ish with a oh, I never even got to see their 4th bond because it kind of just like, oh, I did really bad from here. But losing flutter main or switching off flutter main, and also the fact that I brought in Urshifu instead of having it come out, give an attack. It probably needed Icy Wind or at least a Thunder Wave to do some damage from the top, and that would have been a lot nicer than where I am currently. Okay. Turn 4. I should have stayed more on the offensive rather than trying to switch out and have them killed. And then he read that I had only Urshifu in the back, so he decided to Horn Leech because it would have done a lot of damage still against my Flutter main, but also to my Urshifu as well. So it was a really good call by him. So next game, I decided to switch up a little bit into, what did I bring? Oh, well, I just had a different back because I was mostly trying to attack the Wellspring. I thought Wellspring was a lot of issue, which now that I think about it, probably wasn't that much of an issue. And I think I would just want a little bit more damage against Gouging Fire. So I brought Raging Bolt in the back to see if I could Dragon Pulse it. So game 2, I brought... So same with the Ogre Pawn lead, which is pretty bad for me. I think I probably switch out. Decided to bring RD to have better attacks against Gouging Fire. Now they have the Ogre Pawn. So yeah, switch it to Raging Bolt turn 1, Thunder Wave Ogre Pawn so it can be a little slower. Now that I think about it, maybe I should have Thunder Wave Gouging Fire if I really wanted to, because Ogre Pawn can't really hit me. Should have T-Wave Gouging Fire because that's what I want to focus and kill. RB is much slower, so really need some speed control over Gouging Fire. So there you go. So now I decided to Thunder Wave it. Breaking Swipe. Should have Fairy Terra here. Actually, Breaking Swipe +1 does around 40%. So Gouging Fire needs to be focused. At least slow down. We can kind of see how it is still faster than Raging Bolt after all that, so probably better to just Dragon Pulse here. Also better to Dragon Pulse against 2 attack mons. So now Ivy Cudgel crits, that's a little bit unfortunate. Maybe +1 regardless, I would have died to it. But if I had hit that and then if I just Moonblast and then Dragon Pulse, it would have been in much lower position than it is now. Dragon Pulse, see now that is super effective, +1, so if I actually Moonblast and then Dragon Pulse, it would have died. Damage wise, if I Moonblast and Dragon Pulse, it would have most likely died. My throat is killing me. So I did lose one already. If I have Flutter Mane, I ended up having King Gambit. So I brought that. I probably, yeah, Thunderclap the Flutter Mane because I'm +1. Could have Fairy Terra. I don't know why I kept. Maybe I was tilting. I should have Fairy Terra. RB. I don't know why I kept it for absolutely no reason. Follow me. Thunderclap doesn't work. Need to be always be aware of that. Turn 5. Always be aware. Follow me on Overpawn. Probably better to have. Yeah, Ivy and then Dragon. See, I don't know why I have been saving the Terra all this time. Oh, maybe. Oh, when did I Ghost Terra the Incineroar? Did I turn 1 Ghost Terra? When did I Ghost Terra? Okay, I turned 3 Ghost Terra. Oh, because the opponent has Fake Out. So, wasted Ghost Terra on Incineroar. Much better left for RB. And then with Dragon Terra, see if I had both RB and Ogre Pawn left, they wouldn't dare to have Dragon Terra. And then I would have definitely won this game at least. Or if I brought Ursh, maybe. But generally played pretty poorly against this team. Now let's move on to my match number 2 against the Hard Trick Room team. It's a little bit, I still don't know how to fight against the Hard Trick Room team. It's a little bit iffy on my part. So turn 1, let's just take a look at it and see what happens. So in DD Farigiraf, Incineroar, Ogre Pawn, he had Mental Herb. So I try to just kill as fast as I can. Fire Terra, follow me. So Ivy Cudgel, and then Knockoff doesn't kill. Because of that, and because of the follow me, it was able to Farigiraf. It did not read the Fire Terra on the, well, I didn't see the sheet enough. I definitely need to see the sheet a little bit more consistently. So now Trick Room is up, Torkoal is up. I don't know what I could have done against this. Maybe Spiky Shield wasn't the best idea, but how do I hit Torkoal, right? So I kind of started thinking maybe Torkoal really is the problem with all the eruptions. Because 2 eruptions still kills. Hyper Voice, +1 Hyper Voice is also, you know, pretty terrible. Brought Incineroar for taunt and Ogre Pawn because it can do the most damage fast. but not reading the team sheet carefully enough and getting wrecked basically by Fire Terra in DD was one of the reasons that I lost. But I still cannot find a way to meaningfully cycle around the parting shot to fight against nasty plot for Giraffe while taking the offense of Torkoal. So maybe what I should have done was maybe I should have kept NDD on the field somehow. Maybe bring in RB to stack Combine while limiting their damage output by taunting for a Giraffe. Turn 1, turn 2, do more neutral attacks. Later on the slot, so they would have to switch in their aces rather than me killing something under Trick Room to provide that for him, right? I think that is the way. Now that I am looking at it, that's definitely one of the things that I can try to do. And of course it may not work out, but we're gonna have to see if it does. Like, I will have to fight against another Trick Room team in order to see if that strategy really works out. And and all that. Now, moving on to game 2, match 2. Same. I think I maybe like, oh, I'm gonna try a little bit better. So I did Incineroar and I brought Urshifu to curtail the Fire Terra of NDD. So what did I end up doing here? Water Terra, follow me. I just tried to kill, which ended up not killing. And I think I knock off, at least I get that off. I think now he realized that, he knew he was going to die, so maybe that's why he Trick Roomed. But now I am at a really bad place. I think if I can't even bring Rillaboom for Fake Up because of Giraffe. So now I try to kill their Indeedee as fast as possible, in which I should actually have tried to just taunt, and then it would have definitely, hindsight, I would have led, right? Because like Expanding Force and its Hyper Voice doesn't even have like Dazzling Gleam. Oh, you have Dazzling Gleam. I'm not sure if you had that in the back or if you had Iron Hands in the back. Most likely Hatterene in the back. In which case I would have wrong game plan again. Need to let the setters live and set something up for myself. Stall best I can while setting up. try leading Insin plus RB for taunts and calm minds and see if RB can live for as much as possible. Consider bringing Rillaboom. May have to Fire Terra against Torkoal and see if that does something better to stall by giving grassy terrain on grassy terrain to RB and round out with Heartflame to allow Mold Breaker, Grassy Glides after Swords Dance. I would not have a way to hit the Torkoal as much, but as you can see, I think I tried to Surging Strikes. Still sashes me. Nasty Claws, and I even tried to Surging Strike the Torkoal, and it only does even under fire because the sun is up. It gets very weak, so maybe high horsepower Ursh is not a very effective way to deal with Torkoal under Trick Room because sun weakens the Surging Strikes by a lot. Only does 50 to 60%. Right, and then from here I just really didn't know what to do. Just try to stall as much as I can. Expanding Force. I did bring the Rilla, but it died. Even under 40%, and that Hyper Voice just kills it. So I didn't know what to do. There's nothing much I can do after this, but I do end up dying because of that. So that's definitely something that I'm going to practice on. If I have the opportunity, I'm gonna try to use what I have there. Maybe from here too, right? Because I lost the Trick Room team here. I lost to, you know, a lot of times when they are running Trick Room, like a hard Trick Room. What is Rush B Ursh BM? Oh, Ursh Tableau. Okay. So yeah, so now match 3. This is against a Psy spam-ish team that I thought I was going to win the first game, but I ended up losing because of Iron Crown. So let's take a look at what I did. Oh yeah, team sheet is running Booster Energy, Iron Crown, Calm Mindset, which is a little bit different. Because it's a Dragon Terra, that's probably why it's not running Terra Burst. Rocky Helmet in DD, pretty standard. Sash Ursh, pretty standard. Except that it's running Taunt, no Aqua Jet. Tornadus with the Clover Cloak. Overprong Heart Flame with Woodhammer, there's no Rillaboom. And Lando T with Choice Band. So I think I did Fluttermane and Incineroar, which is okay. I think I tried to Icy Wind here, but he did Steel Terra, fake out there. Icy Wind doesn't do much. Rock Slide. I think I knock off here or something. I don't have fire moves on the Incineroar, which feels bad. But do you try to Calm Mind here? and then I flinch. I think I was trying to knock off the Iron Crown for damage. Close combat, Orlando dies, and I did that because so he doesn't calm mind, and also expanding force. Tachyon Cutter doesn't kill, even with the crit. So now Indeedee is out. Expanding force is a thing. I don't know why I protected here. I am faster. I should have just close calm. Just surging. Oh, right, because I wanted to knock off the Rocky helmet first. So in here, I think I tried to surging that and then why? Oh, because I was hit by the Rocky helmet. I didn't get to actually take off the helmet. Right, I do remember about that interaction. But expanding force is so strong under a +1. It even kills me. So then from here, I just didn't know what I lost from here. Underestimated how strong Iron Crown can be under psychic terrain. Was RB died even with +1. Spadef, probably because of booster energy. What do I kill with it? Maybe she'll lead FM and Heartflame, and either force Dragon Terra from Iron Crown and just hit from top with Moonblast and Ivy. So that was game one. I really underestimated how strong Iron Crown could be. Now this is the last game of the series, which I also ended up losing. Iron Crown and Lando, same lead. I think Fluttermane and Incineroar. Well, I don't know why I brought the same lead, but probably just being stupid. Maybe I just try to hit Iron Crown as much as possible. No, I'm just being stupid. I definitely tilted this match. Definitely tilted after double KO from Iron Crown. Did not know how to meaningfully deal with Iron Crown. Maybe I try to... Okay. Do I taunt? No, fake out doesn't work. Tachyon Cutter here. If I had knockoff on Iron Crown... Oh, it still doesn't do much. Why do I even detect? I should have just hit. Okay, I made so many decisions that I'm not, that I don't understand now looking back. Now that I am looking at it, Surging is not able to kill. Can I kill it with Water Terra? Probably still cannot kill with Water Terra. I'll have a little bit left over, but I think if I knock off Surging, I would have killed. And then Expanding Force kills, and I don't really know what to do after this. I have tried my... I don't think I tried my best. But that is definitely what I am going to try. Hmm. So instead of Flutter main, maybe consider Incin plus Heartflame maybe, and see if I can do something meaningful there. Definitely have Rillaboom in the back for the oh, oh it's very warm. Um so yeah, Fluttermane comes in. Moonblast. But I think if I had something, wow, 99%. If I had grassy terrain, it'd been a little bit better. If I brought Overpaw faster, probably a little bit better. And also it doesn't do that much damage. And having Trick Room also sucks. Dazzling Gleam. I think Icy Wind does kill. Oh, but it still had Ursh in the back. Couldn't beat Ursh and that at the same time. And also because I didn't have grassy terrain, I don't have a way to hit Ursh. So yeah, so that's what happened. That is the story of my first ever tournament. Um, Constellation, there's only one way to go, which is up. Um, I started out 03. Maybe next time I'll go 1-3. Um, One thing that I did learn is that I definitely need more practice. I'm going to start buckling down and try to hit probably 1600 in the ladder, best of one ladder, and then really start going through best of threes. Try to see if I can hit like 14, 1500 with it. I know it feels a little bit weird. I know I'm trying to figure out if I should be practicing more for best of three or more for best of one. But I think knowing the matchup in and out is more important than trying to get better right now. I think I need a little bit more foundation going into champions. It just sucks because I also am trying to on my time, like going back and forth from work and stuff like that, I am right now trying to cash the still shiny Latias. um, I do want to get that done before I move on to champions, because I probably will never go back after that unless I like need a specific mon. So I do want to get them done. I only have Latias left, Keldeo, which I don't need to shiny hunt, and Terrakion. So I only have three left, and then just do the Zera Aura quest, and then I'll be done with it. Um, so with that, I do. It's so close. I do want to get it done, but Latias just doesn't want to come out. So I put some thought into it. In general, I was thinking if I'm gonna go fast, if I'm gonna just do more tournaments, do see if I can get better at one time, or if I'm going to take the slower route into prepping myself a little bit better, hitting when champion comes, really like pushing for the rankings and the ratings and just my skill in general. But I think I am going to choose the latter. I think I do want to get better at the game in general. Um, They see my best of three is just so terrible. My matchups, that's in general. I generally have not bad in this. See, I hit 1343. Could probably really try done a little bit more. Also, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do when the champions hit in terms of reviews because I will not be able to use pastors anymore. Um, but Maybe I'll try to write down some things. What I am thinking is maybe I can put like the mons here and then do like a little fight versus fight. Just need to figure out how I am able to bring this and then try to search within this page, the icons page, and maybe if I can type in like Mega Blastoise, it will give me this, right? And then do bug and then give me that. And just so I can have a better visual on the things that I am writing down. See if that has to do with anything. Only thing that I have to be careful of is the Urshifu, because I will need to figure out how I am going to. Well, I can just write down Urshifu single strike, Urshifu rapid strike. That wouldn't be too bad. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Gonna be a little bit of work trying to figure out how I'm going to set up the sheets. But when champions hit, I do want something like this because having notes like this is so helpful for me. I just need to really figure out how I am able to set up what I need to do. Um, so, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next battle. Bye bye.